Welcome everyone to Totally Online Gaming Groups D&D campaign, the Blackest Heart 5th edition campaign on our TOGG DM Twitch channel. We are... Oh, hold on, gotta get that turned off. We are shorthanded tonight, which is expected due to Thanksgiving. A couple of our players couldn't make it, and one of them, who is supposed to be here, probably has fallen asleep or something by accident. We don't know. We're hoping he gets up, but as you can see on the screen, tonight it's just going to be myself, Rhogar, and Jacob if he answers his messages and comes around. Who knows what's going on? He might be busy, but that's okay because it's just going to be kind of a fun little chill session where basically Rhogar and Jacob are going to take care of a few things that they've been meaning to look into and now have some time to do so since they've arrived at the port city that the party is planning on trying to charter a boat from to head north to go to where Diana's former kingdom that she's from exists and confront her mother. Excuse me. But before we get into all of that, as always, need to give a shout out to our sponsor, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. They're an awesome sponsor. If you go to their site, www.criticalhitgamingsupplies, all one word, .com, and check out, they've got a whole bunch of dice bags, dice trays. They've got the roll-out maps that you can write on with dry erase and stuff like that, and use as a map board. They also do tons and tons of miniatures, and they've even been doing some really cool dice towers that they can print out now. So go check out their stuff, take a look at what they've got, and if they do not have it in stock, what you can do is you can ask them, because there is not enough space on the website available, like memory, for them to put pictures of every single miniature that they actually can do. So even if you don't see what you want exactly on there, you can go ahead and send them a note in the contact us on their page to say, hey, I'm looking for this. Do you guys have that? And, they'll see what they can do to work with you. Maybe they'll even, see if they can find it online, someone who's made one, and, get a copy of that file from them so that they can then print it. But, you'll have to, send them a contact us and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. But they've got such a wide selection so far that you're probably going to find something there you like. Now, if you do go there, make sure that when you buy something at checkout, you use discount code TOGG15 to get 15% off your purchase. All right, so that's it for our Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. One other announcement we do have to go through, which I think is an important one, is the Extra Life charity drive did awesome in raising money for the Extra Life charity, but it's technically not over just yet. Because I know Valdrianth, who is kind of the team leader for the team I was on this year for that, and myself, both of us on our channels are matching dollar per point for any sub points we get during this month to add to our donation that each of us is going to make. So if you guys get me 100 sub points, over the course of, November here, which we're getting close to the end, guys. If you get me 100 sub points, then that's $100 that I'm sending Extra Life out of my pocket. Or you can donate to them directly. You'll see the link that Siege Helm just put up there. You can click on there and donate directly. But don't feel like you can't contribute if you don't have money right now, if it's tight. If you haven't used your Twitch Prime subscription yet for this month, you can use that on this channel, and that's going to give me a sub point, and that means it's going to donate. So you'll be able to donate that way. So you can contribute that way. And also, if you watch the pre-show video, we also have, and I forgot to mention this one earlier, but we have the Hook Me Up achievement that you can get for, I think it's 5,000 TOGG points right now. If you grab that achievement, I will gift you a sub, and guess what? That's a sub point. That counts. So if you do that, if you already have a subscription to the channel and you choose to use your points to get the Hook Me Up achievement, then I will gift it randomly to someone who doesn't have it, who's on the channel. But it'll still count. So, all right. I think that's it, unless you've got anything there, Rhogar.
Not tonight.
All right. Not tonight it is. Well, in that case, without further ado, we bring you The Blackest Heart. Okay, here we go. So, where we last left off, the party had left from the fort that they had stayed in, had been busy divvying up all of the spoils that they had found within, and discussing what their next move was, as well as having some very interesting, well, let's just say day drinking adventures. While Rhogar and Jacob took some time to talk things over in the, I guess we'll call it the general's office of the fort, the most high-ranking officer in that fort, whatever the rank specifically was. They haven't really determined yet. But they spent some time discussing plans. While they were doing that, the other three, Eurydice, Zeroth, and Diana, were in the basement of the fort, basically in the cellar, having a little bit of a drinking contest with Eurydice basically lost after about the first shot, when she passed out. But Zeroth and Diana continued on drinking for a while, until eventually Zeroth decided, you know, I'm going to go run this off. And he felt bad, so he picked up Eurydice, carried her, and figured some fresh air will probably do her good, help her, feel a little better, and hopefully not have as much of a hangover. But then as he was running around the courtyard, he heard a voice beckon to him, calling him out, begging for him to join it. And it was an irresistible call. He ended up laying Eurydice down next to the wall of the fort, walking out, and eventually seeing one of the largest bears he has ever seen. But instead of a confrontation, his brother's voice seemed to echo in his mind and urged him to run with him. And Zeroth and the bear took off at what seemed like impossible speeds, running for what seemed like hours, until they finally stopped. And when they had stopped, it was storming out horrendously. I mean, like torrential downpour. Lightning was striking everywhere, thunder, and the bear simply slipped away into the storm. While Zeroth stood there and just admired it and kind of enjoyed being out in the elements. Meanwhile, Eurydice, laying back in the courtyard against the wall, was getting soaking wet from the rain, where they finally brought her back inside, and then Rhogar and Jacob decided, we should probably go check on Zeroth. He has been gone like all frickin' day. So Rhogar went out to go search for Zeroth and ended up meeting him only about a brisk half-hour walk away from the castle, from the fort, and then they returned. And they all began discussing, okay, what are we doing next? Eventually, with a few harsh words, a couple arcane spells and divine spells flying here and there out of frustration, and a completely fox-formed Diana huddled up inside Eurydice's, the now awake Eurydice's clothes, refusing to come out and speak to anyone. They all eventually bedded down for the evening. And when they woke up, they traveled on, and about a day and a half later, they arrive at the port city that they had been making their way towards in order to hire a ship. They get inside the city and find themselves an inn to stay in and crash for the night. And that is where we left off at. It is now morning time. And right now, Rhogar, you are the very first one awake, as far as you can tell. I believe you guys got like 3 rooms. And so you probably either had a room to yourself or maybe you shared it with Jacob or Zeroth. But you're the first one awake as far as you can tell.
I guess Rhogar would begin with his daily prayers. Actually, now that I think I should probably change my spells around. But yeah, after that he would I'm so used to saying he would go check on everyone, but I mean, yeah, he would still go check on everyone, just see if anyone's awake.
Okay. Well, currently, as you go check, you would expect Jacob to be awake, but he apparently is not.
Yes.
But the others, as you kind of, gently tap on their door, not so loud as to wake anyone if they aren't awake, but loud enough to get someone's attention if they're already up and about. There is no answer at the other 2 doors. So you figure everyone else is either still asleep or they woke up even earlier and have left the rooms.
I'm quite sure everyone needs a day off today. Today's
Yes.
Day off day.
Yes, it feels very much like a holiday. One that perhaps we should all pray for and give thanks.
Very true. I'm sure Tenebris would be very happy for
Yes.
I guess in the meantime, since I never really communicate with Nightmare, I'll take Nightmare like on a walk around the town, just see what our
Okay.
surroundings are.
Okay. Alright, so as you head out, and if you can see, let me usher you over to this map really quick. And there you go. You should now see right over here.
It's loading.
Oh, still loading. And you know what? I need to, because you do indeed have Nightmare with you. Let's give you... There you go. We'll give you Nightmare.
There we go. My wolf-like dog.
Yes. There we go. You now have Nightmare and you have control of Nightmare. So, yes, right now there's an invisible Jacob and an,
Oh, that's why I was
Yes.
like, Jesus.
an invisible Hrim there. I just made them invisible because it's just easier than getting rid of him for now if he happens to pop in.
But,
Which I hope he does. But yes, that's where you are. You actually see yourself. This is this right here is the door to the inn that you guys found, and it's kind of tucked away a little bit. It's off of the main street just a little ways, but it's fairly nice. It's a nice inn, and in fact, what you've realized is that this inn is set up almost more like a complex of apartments as opposed to a traditional inn, whereas each separate room is it's almost like it's a small house of its own inside a larger building.
All right.
Uh-oh, did you lose you?
Rhogar ran away.
Oh, where did he go? Well, I can perhaps fix that. It just brought your view back there, but I think I found him.
I'm probably just showing.
There, I brought you right back. I found you. So you are right back there. So now, what you see around you is, in front of you is the backside. It's not like the main entryway, but it is an entryway into some shops right here, and then the front side of them is on the other side of the building. So these are
Okay.
some shops right there. So they're fairly easy to recognize for what they are. You can see some windows, and you can see different kinds of goods and things in each one of those three buildings right in front of you. However, would be your left if you're
Right.
Rhogar. So kind of this way, actually.
Okay.
You see that this building here looks very run down. It looks like it was some kind of large, maybe a warehouse or something else along those lines. And ooh, I think we may have a Zeke finally. Is our Jacob arriving? Jacob arriving.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh my God.
we got a
Come
Jacob.
Hey, howdy, hey, everybody.
Hey, we
Well
got a
rested.
Jacob. We got a Jacob. Now I just need to
Kinda.
fix the cameras. Fix
Shovel.
the cameras real quick, and we'll be all good. So, yes, the what I was explaining to Rhogar is, if you load up Tailspire,
All right, I'm there.
all right, and I will quick fetch you to the proper map. Okay, and yoink, yoink. Okay, so you should see right there is you and Hrim.
Hold on, it's still loading over.
Okay, but you are now on the correct board at least. So you will, once you get in there, you will see you and Hrim.
Alrighty.
And I just need to get all of these put in the right place. And then we'll set. Apologize for the technical issues here, folks. Maybe someday we will have the funds to do other things and hire someone who knows more about audio, video, and can perma set up stuff.
Alrighty, I am here. I can see.
All right, so can you see yourself in Hrim?
Yep.
All right, so the buildings, the kind of the three buildings right next to you here, those three,
Okay.
those are shops. You can clearly tell. They have an entrance back here. It seems not really like an employee entrance. It looks like customers are allowed to go through them, but more like a more private entrance. And then like the main entrance is on the other side out to the main street. And then the building behind you here, this is the inn that you were staying in last night. But as I was explaining to Rhogar, that inn is not so much an inn as it is a almost like a apartment complex, if you want to put it in those terms, because each of the rooms in there is more set up like it's its own independent living facility, where it's got its own fireplace and storage and everything, such that you could cook meals and live there on a longer term basis. But it is still available to rent by the night if you've got the coin and they've got the space available.
Okay.
But it's fairly nice. It seems like a decent place to stay while you're in town. And besides the shops, the other thing I was explaining to Rhogar, and don't worry everyone, I'm almost done with this. There we go. Yoink. Okay. There. Now all the cameras are where they need to be. Okay, so, as I was explaining to Rhogar, this other building over here, right down here, looks like it was a larger, maybe it was a warehouse or some kind of storage or I mean, it's one large building, but it is run down. It is falling apart. It has definitely seen much better days. And you just, it looks like kind of this is the slummy area where this is. And in fact, you realize as you walk kind of out from by the inn that you're staying in that there's this park right near the shops. It kind of looks like it's there to almost cover up a little bit of the view of this old building and separate a nicer area from a not as nice area.
Gotcha. The rundown from the normal. Gotcha.
From the normal. You would also know that when you woke up, you actually, Rhogar, will kind of backtrack just a hair. When you knocked on one of the doors lightly, it did open, and Jacob and Rim popped out and closed the door and kind of was like, they're still sleeping in there. So he popped out. But other than that, as far as you can tell, you two are the only ones awake at this hour. It's not super early in the morning, but it's relatively early. The sun is kind of, it's creeped up over the horizon, but not by too much.
The only two that did not drink. The only ones
Yes.
awake.
Yes.
This makes sense.
Which I'm drinking now.
Alrighty.
But
So-
yep, there you go. So that's where you guys are. I see where you've got. Oh, there's Rhogar. Okay, so you and Rhogar are right there, and he's got Nightmare with him, walking Nightmare around.
Okay.
But you guys had some things that you were planning on doing.
So, I guess one of the first things, with it just being the two up, Jacob will, kind of walk up and get closer up to where Rhogar is, and just will grab him and start to do so. And then move for him, of course, to the spot that he can see. So, Rhogar, what is the plan for today? What are we doing?
I am not 100% sure. I was just taking Nightmare on a walk. I feel like me and Nightmare don't really go on walks a lot. I think this is what people do with dogs.
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah, but also it would give me a chance to, survey the town, make sure we're good. I have a feeling we're safe here, but you never know with forces lying in the darkness.
Jacob is going to do a perception check to see if there's anyone around them that he can see in any way. With Thrim's eyes, having that little higher view.
Okay. Go ahead, and if you want to, if you've got your D&D Beyond sheet open, and you've got that extension built in. You can do the Super Whammadine roll setup.
Give me one moment. I'm actually reloading to make sure the extension is being used. There it is.
I'm sorry, I love that thing. It's so cool.
Oh, yes. Oh, did it roll it in here?
Well, it rolls it, and then it should pull up the dice for you. And then you roll it in Tailspire.
Hmm.
Get 2 different scores.
Yep.
Give me a moment.
For example, I will...
Here. Let me try it one more time. There we go.
There you go. See? All right, so you got an 18. All right, good deal. Okay, so 18, and you're looking around through Hrim's eyes. Is he perched on your shoulder right now, I assume? Or is he...
No, he sent him up just a slight bit to
Okay.
try to get a height advantage.
Okay, you do see a couple people moving out and about. It is pretty early in the morning, but there are a couple people moving out and about. Most of them seem to be, you know, like the early risers, like the shopkeep, for example, for this shop here. You know, you see some activity in the shop. Obviously, they got up and they went in and they're setting up for the day. And you see some other people, and you figure that they're doing similar things, maybe, you know, setting up their own stores or taking care of early morning chores that they need to get done or things like that. You also see back over this way, which would be kind of behind you here, towards this, what you assume is the entrance, but it's very broken down, of this big warehouse looking structure. You do see a couple people that seem to like come in and or out of it, and the ones that you do see coming, you know, out of there or going back in, all look very, very dirty. Their clothes are ragged. You know, many of them look pretty emaciated. You know, unkempt. You're figuring that, well, maybe this is where some people are just holing up, you know, homeless people, because at least they can find some semblance of a roof over there at points. But out this way, everyone seems, you would put it as working class.
Alright. Is there anyone in the small little pathway that they're currently in, other than the two of them?
Well, on that same pathway, I mean, that's where that kind of entrance is.
Well, I mean, like, towards the apartments area.
Oh, this small one.
Yes.
Nope, it seems pretty empty right now.
Jacob is going to step back just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, is going to like be talking to Rhogar, and well, we are in the place that the Redstones are from, most likely where the warrant is. So, and he's going to snap and just shimmer into a half-elven form with blonde hair and striking blue eyes. And Hrim's going to remain Hrim, but his facial features very different from what his looks like. More angular of an elven than human.
Okay. Hold on one second. Let me test this.
Does Ren have a human face? Wait, what?
No.
Does this help
Jacob.
a little bit there, Golden Glow, as far as the volume of my microphone? I just moved it a little bit to maybe pick up a little bit better.
Oh, there's not.
Just double checking it. And I don't know how to pronounce that. That's nope, not one of the devs, but I have had them on the collab build stream, and that was very, very fun. So hopefully that helps a little bit with the audio on my end. All right. Sorry about that. Carry on.
Cool.
So, Jacob now looks like a half-elven, blonde, with a more angular face than his standard human, and blue eyes rather than his bandage coverings.
Okay. All right. And is Hrim staying the same?
Hrim, as Hrim kind of like flies back a little bit of ways, he apparates and his form switches into that of a small gray hawk.
Okay. All right. So the blonde, you said elven or half elven?
Half elven.
Blonde, half elven, non bandana across the eyes wearing guy with a gray hawk on his shoulder.
And then kind of attire that you would assume for like an animal caretaker.
Okay. So kind of maybe working class, maybe a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Very good. So that is what you did there. Now, I need a perception check from both of you at this time.
Alrighty. Always fun. Do.
Almost a persuasion.
Do that. Oh, it doesn't like it when I press it like that. Okay, that makes sense.
Nightmare. That was me who did it, not me.
Just give me one moment. There we go. 9, and then let me
9.
get a second roll in there,
Yep.
because it is with advantage at all points if it's relying on sight or hearing.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that'll do.
Natural 23.
That'll do. That'll do. All right. And let me just get rid of those. Okay, so you notice, and what did you get there, Rhogar?
I had an 18.
18. You both actually notice when Jacob is doing his thing there. Hold on, I gotta move out for a second here. When Jacob is doing his thing, you guys notice a... Oh, come on. A figure down here over by the entrance to this large warehouse-like building. He was kind of leaning in the shadows up against one of the walls. But you see him staring in your direction. And with that natural 20, you can, even though he's a little ways away from you, you're looking through Hrim's eyes, and those eyes can see a lot. And they see the expression on that guy's face, just kind of, his eyes go wide, and you go, and then he kind of slips away into the building.
Rhogar,
Yes.
you notice the person?
Yeah, it was different.
Concerning. Do we follow?
Why, we just cannot avoid trouble.
It doesn't seem like it.
Well, I guess for safety, Rhogar will hold up his amulet of Tenebris and squeeze it tight as, I'll go ahead and cast Aid at us. Yeah, I'll just cast that at the second level.
Okay.
Increase in Jacob, mine, and Nightmare's hit points by 5.
Okay.
Alrighty. Got it.
All right, so. And what are you doing next? Anything?
Jacob.
Go ahead.
Jacob is just going to quickly press his thumb against his shimmered form, and something, just the apparition of a small thing of armor before it kind of disappears as it forms there as he casts Mage Armor.
Okay.
So making his AC a 3 now.
Wait,
All right.
what?
Not a 3, 13. 16.
Yes.
6.
I was gonna say that's a really poorly cast spell.
Yeah, 16. My bad.
Yes.
Sorry. I was adding the +3.
Yes. Yes, if it was a 3, maybe you should go back to mage school, because you got it backwards.
Yeah. It takes
If it was a
away
3, that'd be a little crazy.
Well,
Yeah. You get hit by every squirrel that runs by you.
Ah.
All right. Anything else you're going to do?
That's it on Jacob's end. All right. You ready?
let me see how long this spell lasts. If I cast it at a higher level, at a 3rd level, it'll let me hold it for 10. Yeah, no. If need be, I'll awaken, quote unquote, a nightmare.
Okay, so you're going to turn Nightmare into the dire wolf form?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Jacob is going to send Rim towards the way that the person went into to see if they can spot where they're going.
Okay. So you can go ahead and move Rim. Okay. You should be able, because you have control of Rim, you should be able to see that person in there.
Give me one moment.
You may need to cut away the levels in order to see down into there.
Goodness, where's the? There it is. Okay.
But you are at an angle that you should be able to see the person right through there. You can kind of see the line I've drawn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Rim has seen it.
So you see them, and they keep looking back over the shoulder towards outside and moving in this direction.
Moving in which direction? I apologize. Just into that.
This
the way.
way.
That he's going. Yeah.
Yes. The way he's facing.
Jacob is now going to catch up to Rim and begin to walk towards the man.
Run towards Rim.
Okay.
I mean, walk passionately.
Walk
Wait.
passionately.
I've never said that before. What the hell? I'm imagining Rhogar walking past. Like, I know what I'm doing. This is my passion.
So you're walking with a swagger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apologies.
Okay. You might not all be able to see him. I don't know if Rhogar, if you have an angle where you can actually see the figure yet. If you move a step further, you should be able to. Okay. Okay. So that's where he is, and he, is kind of checking back over his shoulder. He sees you guys, and you see the expression on his face, and you hear him go, "Oh!" and he kind of ducks back down further this way.
Jacob's gonna kind of look towards Rhogar and just... You are the melee one.
Oh, yes. Well, this is quite weird since we're the new founders of an order. I was going to say something, but the words have just slipped from my head. All right. Hopefully we don't have to kill them. Hopefully this is all just some sort of misunderstanding as I walk away. I'm a nightmare.
You're walking. Oh, you're okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The plan isn't to
Alright.
kill them, but well, if need be.
Well, I swear to God, if you guys shoot me, I'm gonna be angry.
Follow suit.
Oh. I do not see.
Ah,
Oh, hello. I moved one hair over. I can see. It.
with Fred coming through, does he? Where he is standing, he spots the person in the other section.
Okay.
What does this person look like? Do they look like just disheveled, standard
Yeah.
kind of folk that you would expect to be in there? Is he wielding any weapons of any sort?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check on that.
Okay.
Maybe
It'd be nice to load it into this area, please. There we go. How do I add an extra D down? We'll worry about that later. Here's the first roll.
That's not good.
No, it is not. And then the second. 19.
19. Excellent. You should be able to on D&D Beyond on your character sheet. And let me just double check this real quick. I'm going to test it out.
Well, I tried to roll with advantage, and the last time I tried to do that, it has just not put it through. So
It did not. Oh, okay. I'm going to just try. Yep, it doesn't. It does not take that. Okay. All right. So your second roll was a 19. Okay. So with that 19, yeah, Rim can clearly see that the individual that he's looking at, the clothes are dirty. They're not as threadbare or torn up as some of the people you've seen going, coming out of here. Doesn't look quite as dirty, and he definitely has a longsword and a shield, and is wearing some kind of armor.
Jacob will pass that information to Rhogar. 1 on the 6, around the corner. Weapons ready.
Rhogar will take like a step into the hall
Okay.
and you like were you trying to grab our attention?
That's what you say to him?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you say that,
Thunk.
Don't
Uh, where'd you go, damn it?
It's gone.
Not joking. Nah.
You fix that. Yoink, yoink.
Right.
There.
One's now in front of us.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
Oh,
So, coming from around the corner, the one that Hrim saw, and then around another corner comes another one, and the one that you addressed looks at you and says, "Not your attention, but I'll take that coin purse."
Well,
you
you
know
can
what?
certainly try.
Yeah, you're right. Rhogar. Fuck, nightmares here. I was gonna cast darkness.
Alright, you nightmare. Never doesn't need to see, it's fine.
You just swing wildly, young boy. No, I'll. Actually, you know what? I'll look to this guy. Look, this is my day off. I really don't want to fight, but if so, I mean, we can go. We can fucking brawl. as I'll summon my sword to my side.
All right,
But I'm more.
you summon as soon as you summon your sword. He gets a grin upon his face and says, "Looks like this one wants it the hard way, boys. Roll for initiative."
Alrighty. Initiative time. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get that. Oh, goodness. Where is it at? Ah! Forget that it switches around along these places. So my actions? Did it? No? Yes, yes it is.
Because I'm going to forget.
It does not actually check my initiative. That's interesting. Well, it's the
It
same as
didn't-
my perception, so
it-
it's all that.
All right. It didn't transfer your initiative. Is that what you're saying, or
Yep. Alright, I got an 8.
8? Okay. And Rhogar?
Rhogar got a 13. I'll just pick this die back up. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
I'll get it.
Damn it. It's shift. Okay, and then get a d20. Shake, 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 shake.
Yep.
Plus 2. Nightmare got a 9.
Okay. Hold on. Why are you not playing nice dice? Oh, because you're like floating on another surface.
Oh, yeah. That's why I couldn't click it.
Yeah, it's up above on the roof.
There.
They're
There.
dark,
I'm doing this just so I can yoink all dice god. Okay. So, and then Nightmare got a 9, you said?
Yeah, 9, and I got a 13.
And how many hit points does Nightmare have?
Nightmare now has 10. I think. Let me
Arm-
double check.
Armor class?
12.
Alright. And speed, just curious. I believe it's 40 or 30. 40? Okay. Very good. And then a 9. So, yoink. There we go. And start. Okay. So, it is going to be... So, this guy... This guy... This guy... That one... That one... And then this one. Alright. Boink. There we go. So, the first guy happens to be the guy right here because he was waiting for it and seems to be all about it. So, he charges at you there, Rhogar.
Okay.
And takes a swing with his longsword. And that's going to be a definite miss. I don't even have to ask you. I rolled a 2 on the die. That one will be a hit, though. So, because, just to double check. Yeah. So, that one is a hit as he brings his sword down. Come on, dice. Roll where I want you to. And you take 9 points of slashing damage from his longsword. Alright. Now, and so I gotta move him up next to you here, because he charged up next to you. Now, this guy right here is going to come in behind you, right next to you and Nightmare. And he is going to attack as well. And for his first attack, it's going to be a miss. And his second attack... No, he's attacking Rhogar.
Oh, I was like, wait,
Is
hold on.
his second attack. Okay, so 19 was, yep, so that's going to be a hit. Okay. And where is the yoink? There we go. Grabs this one. for 6 points of slashing damage as you feel the blade bite into you from behind. But now it is your turn.
Yeah, you guys just pissed off the wrong person. Let me make sure I document that 6.
I still need 3 more monitors.
Understandable.
I wish Roll20 wasn't so white.
Yeah.
20, not Roll20.
D&D
Beyond.
Beyond.
Dark mode. Please.
Well, you
The
can
dark theme.
you can change the backgrounds, I think.
Yeah, it's the white like.
Yeah.
text.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Blood. Man, who do I want to fuck up the most? Nightmare. You're fine right now. I have faith.
He's got faith, the faith.
Yeah. Take 1 hit me for that much. Yeah. Nightmare can take 1 hit. Yeah. So yeah, I will. Fuck it. I will bonus action. Mark a Tenebris, the guy in front of me,
Okay.
and then yeah, I'm just gonna take some swings.
Okay. Go for it.
You can do it, Rhogar.
I'll open another one if I look at it again. No. Oh wait, maybe if I hit. No, it just deletes it. Alright, I thought I could hack the system, y'all.
Nope. Ooh.
23 to hit.
23. I don't know. That seems a little bit high to me, but yeah, no, that hits.
All right, and then
I don't know. I think his armor class is just too strong.
Yeah.
9, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. 12 damage for the first hit.
12 damage for that first hit. Nice.
Nice.
All right, let's go with the second hit. 16?
A 16 hits.
Oh,
Alrighty.
wow, sir. You really need to invest some points in your
You,
defense.
you realize that these guys are wearing like leather armor and
Oh, no.
and wood shields and pretty rusty looking long swords.
I will, now that I see this, I will make sure my hits are non-lethal
Okay.
for 15 points of damage.
Wow. Yeah, he felt that. Damn.
So now you're just back into the sword into his forehead.
Yeah. 15
I
points of non-lethal damage. Okay.
I feel like the first hit was definitely lethal, and then he realized, he's like, oh wait, let me be a little bit more gentle. Let me hit you harder now.
I'm strong enough I can afford to be merciful.
And then,
Ooh. Yeah.
do I have any
Shink.
other specials? Oh, the screen just turns full-blown white.
Pew.
No, I don't have any other specials.
Okay. All right, so that would be your turn unless you plan on moving.
No, I seem like I'm in a safe place.
Okay. So Nightmare is up.
All right, Nightmare. You got this, little dude. No, it just does not want to transfer. Does Nightmare have? Oh, damn it, Nightmare should have bumped you up to a wolf. You would have tactics then. Does a 7 hit?
No.
Okay, good try. Yeah, that's Nightmare's turn.
Okay. All right, Jacob, you are up next. As you
All
see, Rhogar takes a hit from both the front and the back, and then commences to stab the guy with his sword just a little bit, and then pulls his sword back and just like knocks him across the bridge of the nose with the pommel of the sword. And I mean, that guy looks dizzy already. I mean, that was a hard blow. And then Nightmare goes and tries to snap at the one behind Rhogar. It is now your turn.
Alright, so... Well, we're just going to make sure that we're fine. Jacob is going to look at the one that's furthest away,
Okay.
and just kind of flick his hand by his face, grabbing a droplet of water of sweat, and slowly it forms into his icicle as he chunks his ice knife
Okay.
into him at 2nd level.
Okay.
So,
And that's an attack roll first, correct?
yes, it is an attack roll first to see if I hit him.
Yep.
But 15.
And he just manages to get his shield up in time, but then...
Right. So as that hits, or well, as it misses, is the other one within 5 feet of him?
Oh, yes, they are...
They both need to make dexterity saving throws.
Yep, exactly. Alright. First one.
You want to fit?
Oh, yeah, that's not happening. That was a natural one.
Alright.
And, yeah, I'm pretty sure a 20 beats your DC.
A 20 does beat my DC.
Okay, so the one who you were aiming for failed his save, but the other guy managed to actually kind of throw his shield around and behind him to block the shards of ice as the ice knife exploded.
Okay.
So he
Give me
only
one.
took partial.
Actually, he takes none.
He managed to block it all. He's just that ninja.
And that guy takes
Ooh.
9 points of cold damage.
All right.
And then
Nine-
Jacob will press into his own body, put a hand on his chest, and cast. What was it? Ah, yes. Oh no, he actually doesn't have that prepared, so he cannot do that. Never mind.
Okay.
Jacob will stand there and use his bonus action to just. Are you sure you really want to do this? We're quite literally stronger.
And in response, this guy goes, "Ah! You bloody magic user!" Runs up and attempts to smack you. Twice.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna regret that. Don't hurt my friends.
And his first
Jacob's going lethal.
his first roll is a dirty 20.
Jacob will throw up his shield.
Okay. So that gives you what, a 21 now?
Yes, I have
Okay.
a 21 total.
All right. And
The first guy tries to slam it. The first
his
attack
second
starts
roll
to-
misses then. Okay. So he misses with both of those.
He just kind of sighs as the guy throws the first one. Okay.
It is now the first guy's turn, back to the top of the order. So he once again takes a couple swings at Rhogar, and I will do it this way because of his advantage. Right, so 13, so that is going to miss for his first attack, and his second. Oop, just one die was rolled. No, both were rolled. Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh.
So you're gonna regret this.
So
Maybe non-lethal is not the way to go now.
Yeah, no.
I'll just do it like that, and then I'll add that in. So there we go. So you take 12 points of damage.
Oh no. I will reaction. This is ridiculous. I am so sorry. I will be nice and merciful. I will hellish rebuke at the first level.
I will be nice and hellish rebuke.
I will be nice and just do it at first.
All right.
I have a dexterity saving throw of 17.
Dex 17 it is. So, and it would be 9 damage if he fails.
Yes.
He got a 17.
Oh, so 4.
So, 9 damage. So yes, 4 because it's halved, round down. So he takes 4 damage from that.
4 fire.
Yep. All right. So that was his turn. His buddy behind him also goes after you.
Okay. Good.
And that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah?
And the second attack will be a miss. Totally. So he goes ahead and slashes at you from behind and doing another 6 points of damage to you. Him and his whopping 6 points of damage each time. So there we go. So that's them, and now it is back to your turn.
Well, I this will be quite fun, actually. Yeah, I will reach over and place my hand on Nightmare as I reach into my primal energy, the primal magic I learned.
Mm-hmm.
As I cast Primal Infusion.
All right.
Turning into a dire wolf.
Okay, so hold on 1 second while I adjust this. Da-da-da. And now we have Nightmare with dire wolf stats.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, and then AC is 16.
Yep.
HP is 42.
AC is 16 on yours.
Yes, because of the armor that I.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And then what was the second thing?
His HP is 42. +5.
Yep. There we go. Okay, and I get to do this. Joink.
Okay.
But my Mark of Tenebris does fade away.
Okay.
This is concentration.
So now Wolfie got big.
Yes, and I think that's it. Yeah, for my bonus action, I'm like, you have fucked with the wrong person.
You fucked up.
All right. I'm gonna say roll an intimidation check
That you have
because of what you just did. Roll an intimidation check.
17.
Okay. Let me see here. These guys are.
The worst thing about it is I know the third guy. I just don't know where he's. I haven't turned around.
No reason to.
That's straight. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. Okay. So, and double check. You had a 17. Okay. All right. So. We'll see what happens there. So it's Nightmare's turn.
All right, Nightmare. Go crazy, dude. Let's see.
Oh, nat 20.
So, yeah. So yeah, 25 to hit.
Yeah, well, it's a nat 20, so.
Auto hit. Always makes a difference. Alright, so. I forgot. It's been so long since I've ever.
Double all the dice.
Yeah.
And then add the pluses. So for the dire wolf, it's going to be 4d6 plus 3.
Yep. So 13 points of damage, and
Ouch.
This guy needs to do a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Yep. 13 points of damage. Hold on. We got to get him here. And then you said strength saving throw. DC 13. Well, let's see how he does. And he manages to wrestle his arm out of the way before Nightmare latches on fully.
Good try. And then, yeah. That'll end our turn.
Okay. So that was Rhogar's turn. Jacob, you are up.
All right. Seeing the dire wolf. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that could be done. Cool. He turns and just puts the attention on the one guy that came up to him. And will... Let's see. What are the things that Jacob can do now? He's gonna look at it, and did the guy like react to the direwolf appearing at all?
This guy didn't seem to.
Okay,
He seems focused on you.
that's cool. Just making sure. All right, that would be funny to do. Fuck it, Jacob will try. He's going to look at the guy and, with his minor conjuration thing, full and create a like high-ranking official guard of some type, like an image of him, for a second, as he looks at him and goes, "You get to go in timeout to cast banishment."
You're banishing this guy. Lovely. Oh, man. Okay. Well, there's no
It is
bonus
a
on it.
DC of 17 to pass. It's a charisma saving throw.
Yep. As he poof, seems to disappear from existence.
And then he'll just use the rest of it. All right, so one of your friends is gone for a minute, or do you want me to make him permanently gone?
And that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Okay. So it would be his turn, but he's gone. Now, at the top of the order, this guy here, who seems to be the leader, now he can finally react to what happened. And you hear him go, "Holy Jesus!" And just, he turns and bolts. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you can.
Sorry, why would you run away?
Oh, you idiot.
I just because you crit on me. This is the only reason why I'm hitting you.
And you crit.
Oh no! I was gonna divine smite too.
Well,
oh, this man's going down.
hey, that's what you were going to do. That's what you're going to do.
Maybe I'll roll all ones.
We'll see.
Oh wait, 2d8s crit. And then because I don't know paladin yet. two more. Oh wow, so 68.
Well,
Wait, no.
how
no,
many?
no.
How many? Okay.
First level.
How many? How many? What kind of smite are you doing?
The first one. So yeah.
So just a first level smite.
Yeah. Oh wait, so yeah, no. That's 2d8. Yeah, so that's 4d8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, sir. I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
He did it to himself.
Yeah. And then it's just +3.
Well, that was
That is
68.
68.
Oh, plus my sword. My long sword's a d8.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay.
right. So it's 2d8 for 48 on the Divine Smite, plus his longsword's 1d8,
Yep.
and that's 2d8.
So
Got it.
28 plus what?
3.
+3.
Okay. So, yeah, this guy is now a stain on the ground.
Oh, God, bro.
Not easy to.
His buddy
Oh, please don't run away, sir.
also frickin' runs.
Well.
Hey, you rolled a 17 on that intimidation, and They failed that. They did not have an insight check high enough to to get by it, so they were scared because you just made a freaking puppy dog into a dire wolf right in front of their face, and then said, "Yeah, no, guys,
Just stop.
yeah, just stop." And they were like, "Ah!" So yeah,
That's
you
my
already used
second
your
opportunity.
well, you already used your
Ah, that's
reaction,
true.
but Nightmare hasn't. So if you want, Nightmare can attempt to use a reaction.
Alright, +5. Nightmare, don't crit. Nightmare.
Don't do it.
I need to leave at least one person. Well, one person is alive. What am I talking about? So no, that's gonna miss. +5, that's 14.
Yeah, no, that misses. So this guy, he hauls ass, and let me just see here, because yoink, yoink.
Should I hunt him down?
Goodbye.
I don't know if this is a thing that we should be doing.
I mean, he kind of caused it to happen. He wouldn't have.
Actually, no.
Okay, so he is gone, and it is now your turn.
Yeah, I will. Oh dear God, I'm like flying.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll move here. Let me move this down so I can see the ground level. I will turn to Jacob and be like, well, I guess you could drop that one back. He can be the one to tell all his friends about, the new world order that's coming into play. I was
Fair.
gonna try to grab that guy, but
Well,
my sword did the talking instead.
All right,
Oh, what
that's your
happened
6
over
seconds
there?
of talking.
Yeah. I will should I prepare to attack? I will prepare my action if he runs away, and so yeah, I'll just use my reaction to attack if he runs away.
Why are you preparing? You're always preparing. Just go, sir.
Rhogar.
All right, so that's what you did. You came up and you're basically, so you're holding an action to attack.
I mean, if he moves out of my range, it's gonna automatically trigger an
Right, but you can also hold an action to attack, which means you can't, if you hold an action, it basically means if you haven't already moved and used your bonus action, you're giving those up because you're holding your action for a specific set of conditions. And then when those conditions are met, you attack. So technically, if you wanted, what you could do is you could say, you know what, I'm going to hold my action until this guy appears and if he tries to get away. Because then you can go, hey, here's my action. And then you could still end my reaction opportunity attack because he's running away.
Yeah, that's what I would be doing. Yeah, I'd be holding my.
At least that's how I run it. So.
Yeah. If
So-
he chooses to flee,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bomb.
That's his fault.
And the Nightmare will just. I don't remember where the guy. Well, I don't know.
You're like standing on where the guy was.
Oh.
Yeah, Nightmare was right next to him.
Oh.
Before.
Well, then Nightmare,
Yeah.
go back. Nightmare knows where he is.
Bark.
Nightmare, guide my.
Cool.
Yeah, and then Nightmare will just. Nightmare. That's too much. Man. We will kill this poor dude. Yeah, Nightmare will just stand by.
Okay. So are you going to allow him back into existence on your turn there, Jacob?
Jacob will kind of. Well, I think he's had a fun time where he's at, and snap and drop the spell.
Okay.
And he is going to, because I don't think it would take an action to drop the spell.
No.
Okay.
You just drop
he-
concentration.
Yep. He is just going to, if he tries to do anything dumb, he's going to hold his action to do a shocking grasp
Okay.
at him.
Okay.
Just a cantrip. Just a cantrip. If he does anything stupid, I mean, that's his own fault.
We should tell him.
Okay, so that means it is now his turn. And hold on, let me. That guy's still alive. All right, so it is. But that guy's not. I killed him. Why is he still showing up there?
He's dead.
Okay, where? That's fine. I will do. Okay. Ah, I see. He popped back in at that point. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. So he's right there. He pops back in, and you see his face is white as a sheet because he
welcome.
just saw shit that he has no concept of when you just shunted him off to basically the middle of freaking nowhere oblivion in the astral plane. And it blew his mind. And he's just white as a sheet.
Hello.
His shield and sword are just like hanging limply at his sides. He's barely holding on to them. He's almost seems like he's catatonics just standing there. He's just, I mean, he's still there. But I mean, like,
Hey.
he's not, you know, he's like, oh my God. He's scared as hell right now, basically.
Got it.
That's his entire turn. He's just standing there like.
Okay.
So now
Unless Rogue.
Yep.
All right.
So now it's his buddy's turn.
Buddy is now further away.
Yes. Oh yeah. Okay.
How funny would it have been if I casted one level higher and just sent them both there?
Oh jeez.
Just no.
So that was his buddy's turn. It is now Rhogar's turn.
Rhogar does look a little bit confused. Like he thought this dude was gonna run, but he's just chilling there. Sir, you're back to the regular world. We just need you to pass along a message, if you'd be so kind. I'm still gonna hold my action to attack.
Okay.
If you try to run.
Okay.
Probably try to run after
then-
we finish talking to him.
Then it's Nightmare's turn.
Nightmare growl at him.
Okay. Then it is Jacob's turn.
So, do not fuck with the armed Vipera. Or that happens again.
And then it is his turn. And you see him drop the shield and the sword. He turns so that his back is away from you and he's watching you guys. As he backs away, you can see his hands are shaking. He is trembling and he just backs away until he is far enough away, and then he turns and bolts.
Okay.
And
I
he
mean,
is-
you could have taken your step. Well,
and he is gone.
selling money, and Jacob will just pick up the sword and
Yep.
shield.
And we are out of initiative.
Well, that.
I kind of feel bad for the one guy, but well.
Now,
I look back at his body. I'm like,
Now, when-
Nightmare's head.
when the dust kind of clears and you know the guy is gone and kind of the short chaos of the last 20 seconds or so is finally kind of just calm, you see several people kind of come out of the woodworks around. They look haggard, beat down. You see a few children among them, a few women, some man, one man in particular, who he looks like the atypical medieval beggar of worst offness.
No.
He is this old human with a gray and, well, brown, but you think most of that is dirt, beard that seems to go to, like, all the way down to the middle of his stomach. It's long, mostly bald, but with some grayish hair around, almost like the Friar Tuck kind of cut, which is also long and scraggly and beard, and he just looks gaunt, and I mean, all skinny, and he's only wearing basically like a a leather loincloth and loose pants. He doesn't even have a shirt on, and the pants he does have on, they look just torn to hell. And he kind of steps forward among this handful of people that seem to have emerged, and he walks over to you, Rhogar, as you were the closest, with his hand outstretched and a smile on his face, and he says, "Thank you, good sir."
Oh, it was nothing. I will extend my hand and shake his.
Okay. And he just shakes it.
Touching hands.
He shakes it with as much strength as he can muster, which is not much. He feels, his skin feels papery and just fragile. This old man is fragile, and he says, "You don't understand what you've done. Those bullies have tormented us. They take our food, any coin we can scrounge, anything. You've set us free. Thank you. What can I do to repay you?" And you hear from some of the others, "Yes, anything. What can we do to repay you?"
Rhogar, he literally pauses for a moment, like shaking someone's hand and then hearing the story. Times are changing, people. There's a new order in place. And we're gonna right the wrongs that have been done. I try to position Nightmare to cover up the splatter. But the least I can do for y'all. Rhogar's such a giving person. Yeah, Rhogar will reach into his coin purse. And it's just like, yeah, why not? He will take out a heaping handful of gold.
Shit.
176 to be exact.
Wow.
Okay.
Look, these people have
No.
not enough.
Jacob's just behind him.
Yeah,
And,
wow.
Like, he'll hand it to the man in front of him and be like, "Please make sure that this is dispersed amongst the people."
Yes, he takes, and he can barely lift that much weight because, I mean, that's a lot of gold. That's
That is
heavy.
a lot of gold.
That's heavy, and he's got it, but he actually, you see a young man, can't be more than about, well, you'd estimate 14, 13, somewhere around that age, if it was human. But this young man is, you think, at least partly elf?
Okay.
So you're not exactly sure how old, but that seems to be about the size that he is, at least in your mind. You'd put him in that age range, and he comes up and he helps the old man. He helps with that, and then you see a woman who is fully human, who comes up and puts her arm around the young boy and looks at you guys and says, Sir Knight, addressing you, Rhogar,
Yes.
would you be in need of a squire? My boy is strong. He could be a good squire. He's strong, he works hard.
I glance to Jacob.
Oh goodness.
And you hear
Jacob?
another voice pipe up from the back. It's a female voice. It says, I can work hard too if you need some work done. I mean, I can't do much, but I've got a strong back. I mean, I can carry things and do things for you, your work and stuff. And then another voice pipes up, as I.
Jacob will step towards Rhogar, still in his kind of elven form. He goes, you know what? I can bring this back up in moments, and the form will dissipate as he looks back as himself as well as Thrym, and brings Thrym onto his shoulder.
You hear kind of a little bit of a gasp as people see you change. Like, oh.
Not used to a blind person, I see. He kind of
Not used to wizards.
No, that too.
So, don't forget yourself.
Might I suggest that rather than try to put your efforts towards us, put efforts towards this place. Make it something of a community for all of you to withstand and stay. To hold your own against those who come and try to take what is yours. I may not be the best speaking person, or the seeing person, but this place has potential to go more than it is. Put stuff, work together, start off by making this place whole, and from there, make money, work, do something, turn it into a bar, tavern, even.
Yes, what my friend has said is all true. We are on a dangerous mission. That's why I wish I could. If I could, I would take as many as I can. But it is just, it's not safe, and the safety of the mortal realm comes first.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
that one guy in the back just gonna cough like that.
Yep.
Alright.
In the middle of our speech. No, smite!
No, whoa, Rhogar.
No, so the younger half-elven boy kind of steps forward, seems to kind of take the lead, and says, Sirs, we shall do what we can. But in spite of that, what you have given us, I think I can speak for everyone here. We pledge our loyalty to you.
What is your name, sir?
Yes.
He looks and he says, my name is Jonathan.
Just
And-
Jonathan?
And his mom again walks up to him and kind of just holds on to his arm a little bit and says, "Go on, boy. Speak it." It's an old name. It does not get much use around here. Silverwater.
Ah,
Rhogar freezes.
Picked up. Jacob is going to no emotion on face change. I see. All right, Mr. Jonathan. I am assigning you the mission of watching over this place. See that it is fixed well and well kept.
I'll do my
If
best.
not, and if you don't think you are up to it, that is okay. If you have anyone that you trust within this group of people here, bring them as your seconds in command. Let this be an outpost of sorts for our companions and I.
You have other companions? Says his mom.
Yes, we have 3 more that are traveling with us.
And how shall we know them?
Well, most of us are not really apart too much, so you'll probably know them by just the being around us. Otherwise, we will speak to them personally on this, and they will give you our names, which not many know.
I see, and shall we know your names, sir? Yes, yes. Sirs, what are your names?
Oh, goodness.
Oh no.
Jacob just kind of... This is... Oh, goodness. We are... Jacob and Rhogar Zelene.
And she says,
Yeah.
very good. She looks at both of you for a second. The human, and looks
Human.
mostly human, but does not, but no similarities in the features at all. Thank you, Sir Zelene and Sir Zelene.
Cousins, it's kind of strange. It's...
Jonathan and ma'am, what is your name?
Oh, Adriana.
Yes. Well, first off, the arms of Vipera. I meant, I said of. Vipera. Thank all of you, but could we speak to just you two? Your son's last name, I've heard it before.
Well, yes, anything for you two, sirs. And Jonathan nods, of course. And they, everyone else at this point, you know, they all kind of gather around and once again say their thank yous to you, and you actually realize that a line has formed.
Oh, goodness.
And almost unspoken, but kind of seeming to be at the direction of Jonathan and his mother. Mostly Jonathan, though. They all seem to stand before the two of you, take a knee, and swear an oath of fealty.
Oh. And Jacob's just gonna look over to Rhogar. He's like, I've never seen this before. What is this?
It's the oath of fealty. I done this when I was a youth.
And
so it's very serious.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
all in told, there are about, you estimate, you don't really count them. Jacob, you do. It's 26 people.
Yes. Yes.
But all in told,
26.
yeah, about 26 people, not counting Jonathan and his mother.
Okay.
But then as everyone is done, the rest of them leave, and then each one of them as well takes an oath of fealty before you and says, "May we serve you and this Aurum Vipera you speak of to our dying breaths." And you are left alone with them.
Do you want me to be here? Do you want me to go?
You can be here. I mean, it's you.
Granted, I do know a lot.
Yeah, you do. My name is not Rhogar. What did you call me?
So it's my last name.
Oh, sorry. Hearing your last name, Jonathan, it just it knocked me back. I just hit myself in the ear. Century almost. Jonathan. I will also look to the mother. Do you guys hail from the North Cut?
Well, Adriana looks at you and kind of eyes turn down. Well, my family line does. Which is why I refuse to give up my namesake. Hence why Jonathan still bears my name, not his father's. He doesn't even really know his father, the bastard. But our cousins, our cousins were ill-treated and cast out. Fortunately, I managed to escape and have settled here, and that's when I met Jonathan's father and had Jonathan and was left alone with Jonathan. And he shall be a Silverwater and nothing more.
Strong name.
Yes, we were once.
Wait, does Jacob know my true last name?
I
I'm
believe-
not sure. I think you have said it to him once.
You have said it because he has read the tablet which has the last name.
Yeah. So you're the only.
I think
person
you
that-
actually talked about it last week at last week's sessions a little bit because of
yeah. I was thinking. I was like, did I?
Yes,
Like,
because Jacob had the tablet and he was like, "Oh, this could be interesting to you."
Mhm.
very awkward that everyone else knows me as something else.
Yep.
Yes. Wow, this is I am Rhogar Silverwater. I guess
Ad-
related to y'all.
Adriana stops, kind of, and stares at you for a little bit. And then she perks up and she goes, "Wait, Roro?"
Oh goodness. Jacob's just gonna row?
Not. Only in Celestial.
Wait,
Yeah.
she really takes a good look at you. It is you, isn't it? But you were but a child the last I saw you.
Well, children do grow.
I guess this is. But.
And-
How are you related to me?
And then, well, she grabs Jonathan and she says, Jonathan? And you actually see a tear in her eye as she says this. She says, Jonathan, I want to introduce you to your cousin.
Oh.
This is my nephew.
Oh. Oh.
Very direct line.
Mm-hmm.
Very closely related. I mean, I would assume so, Roro. Jake's not gonna let him live that down.
I look at my father's sword that's been engulfed in the shadows, and I'm just like, are you my father's sister or my true mother's sister?
I am your father's sister.
Yes, it
that
just
makes sense.
yeah. If you were my mother's sister,
You don't remember me, do you? We haven't seen each other in so many years, but you used to call me Aunt Addie. You were so little, you couldn't say Adriana. So you just said Addie.
I was a very interesting kid.
You were
Yes.
I think you were only three summers old at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's why I have a child's name.
That would make sense.
Yes. Wow, you. Yes. I mean, wow, this is. I thought everyone who bore who bared the name was burned by Paler's light, but
Well, they tried.
Sons of bitches.
Fortunately, I was taking care of your grandfather, and we live very near the Oxfire border, and one of the family servants got word to us in time for us to cross the border. Unfortunately, your grandfather was very old, and he passed not long after due to natural causes, but I was on my own at that point.
Pardon me, I don't mean to interrupt much family reunion, but I do have a question. Do you know the name? Oh goodness, give me. I'm so sorry. As he kind of like goes through and is like pulling out things from his bag, and he finally gets to the tablet, gets to the bottom of it. And, do you know an Athanon Silverwater?
Athanon?
Yes. That name precisely, actually.
That's a very old family name. And I need both of you to roll insight checks, and Rhogar, you get advantage on this.
Insight check. Oh boy.
Yes.
One of Jacob's greatest skills. Let's get that insight going. Or don't. You know what? Fine. Don't bring it to my sheet. I didn't want to.
That's not bad. That's a dirty 20 and a 4. Okay. All right.
Let's go.
So, Rhogar, you don't even need to roll again if you don't want to. But hey, there you go, 22, even better.
Wow.
But no,
my family.
you kind of recognize the voice now a little bit. It's I mean, you were just a toddler the last time you heard it, but you kind of recognize the voice. But what you really notice is, despite the dirt, the grime, the obvious malnutrition, and just hard life that she has lived, Adriana is an intelligent, well-poised woman who, despite everything, you can see the noble birth and the bearing with which she carries herself behind the grime and the dirt and everything. And it shows through in her son as well. He has been brought up, even in these conditions, to know where he came from. And you can tell that her, her bearing, her mannerisms, she is a smart woman, but she has just had such hard times, possibly for many years, and has just done the best she can. But she looks at you and she says, yes, that name, it's a very old family name. And hold on, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna roll a die just so I can get rid of all the dice here.
Understandable.
There we go. All right.
So, get him out of here.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Guys, my D&D game? No.
So she says, I think the last time that name was passed down, maybe 3 generations ago? It's much older, but
Well, I mean,
yeah,
guess that
yes,
would-
I think 3
Yes.
3 generations passed. It is the last time that name was bequeathed upon one of the sons.
Jay was just kind of lit up. Well, that kind of makes sense. I mean, we are looking for the first, so I'm not expecting to find him. Oh, my apologies. Would you like to be magically cleaned, in a sense?
She
I don't need any.
she seems to stand up a little straighter, and she says, life has been unkind for many years, but I wear it with a badge of honor.
Hi. I was once in a place such as that.
I have no doubt with the example you have shown the others. And Jonathan here as well, that we will live up to the challenge and they will finally follow suit and make something of this place. At least enough that we can pull ourselves from the mud.
If you don't mind, though, want to make sure later, and he's gonna kind of look at Jonathan, is respected, and he's gonna kind of flick in his direction to do the prestidigitation. To, instead of doing his whole outfit, he will clean off the muck and grime from basically his collarbone up to his face and hair, and just generally clean.
Okay.
And he's just like, there we go. Now I can, well, see you a lot better.
Yes.
Yes. I and my companion, Jacob, we are on a noble task, and once the world is safe, I plan to... Well, actually, before the world's probably safe, it'll take a long time to protect the whole world. I do plan on fixing our name and allowing us to regain what we lost.
It would be good to set foot on our lands again. I look forward to that day, nephew.
As well, my aunt.
You can just call me Addie.
That's
It
right,
is my
right.
fondest memory of you.
Shut up, Jacob. Rhogar, will. Yeah, he'll give his Aunt Addie a hug.
Okay. And she hugs you right back, and it's not very hard. She's obviously, like I said, had a hard life. She's, been weakened over the years because she just does not have the nutrition and everything, but she squeezes back as hard as she can. And then when that happens, Jonathan kind of jumps in there too, and it becomes a group hug. And you realize that that kid's strong. Obviously, the reason she's so weak is because she prioritizes his nutritional needs above her own. Because he's strong. Even through your armor, you can tell this kid's got some beef to him for being as young as he is.
I need myself as a child.
Jacob's just gonna stand there awkwardly and just family reunions.
Yes.
Nice on him. Just
now. Rhogar will size up Jonathan. I think a suit of armor and a sword would do you justice. You are a member of our family, and most men by this age have taken the sword. I still cannot. What was Jonathan's father? Was he an elf?
As far as you can tell, I mean, do you ask this out loud, or you?
I'm asking my aunt.
She kind of sighs a little bit, and she says, yes, Jonathan knows all about this. He asked once before, so I have no shame in telling. He was a very flamboyant elf, a bard, who managed to wheel his way into town, and this was before I had run out of funds and means for myself, and still could carry myself and my stature as would befit a Silverwater. He took a liking to me, and we hit it off, and let us just say that we had a short time together, but a few weeks, and then off he went, never to be seen again, and left me with a gift that arrived 9 months later.
a knife of many.
And the most wonderful gift I could ever have received. I just wish that it would have been from someone who would have shown more interest in their son and wanted to be around. And now knowing the kind of the true lineage of it, when you look at Jonathan, you realize though he is about the size of maybe a 13 or 14-year-old, he does have good musculature. A little more human than elf in that regard, but his stature is elf, and he is probably not 13 or 14. He is probably closer to about 18 or 19.
He's relatively old.
Yes, he's just a little shorter. He's a little shorter and just a little smaller than a human would be at that age because of his elven parentage. So, but it makes sense.
Well, Jacob just kind of holding the longsword. Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's...
use this as a trophy. And he holds it up with the blade down towards the direction of Jonathan.
And he graciously accepts it, holds it in his hands, looks at his mother and says, I have no idea how to use this.
This is going to be very interesting. So, Rhogar, I leave the kind of general gist of it to you. We'll worry about the semantics and advancements later at another point.
Yeah, no,
And then
first off,
his mother, Adriana, actually snatches the sword out of his hand and says, I'll teach you. And
Oh, shit.
and you see her spin the sword very deftly in her hand and take up very much like a fencing stance, like an en garde towards you, Rhogar, and says, I may be on in years, but I still have got it. And then she flips it back and tucks it away as if she had a sheath. She kind of tucks it next to her side. Says, don't worry. I'll show him how.
at least I know he's in great hands.
Yep. Yep.
You would know Rhogar, and Jacob, you would know a little bit from your background, but more so just from knowledge of how nobility works, that almost all nobility, if they are true nobility and dealt with properly and taken care of properly and grown up properly, they all receive instruction with basic weapons. Like, short swords and long swords, things like that. Because it's... Yeah. So, you figure, okay, yeah. Auntie's probably had a little bit of instruction.
Auntie's ready to kick some ass.
Yeah. She's probably nowhere near, like, adventurer quality, but she can swing it.
Yeah. Real quick, you have like a wealth of knowledge for no apparent reason. Do you know how much?
Say one more time.
You have like a lot of knowledge. Like,
yes.
Like, hey, what's this cost? And you probably will know. So, like, how much does a chain shirt normally run?
Oh goodness. A chain shirt would normally run as Jacob does a check to see if he would know. Would you consider that a history?
Dude, you'd know basic stuff. I would say you don't even have to roll for that. You can estimate. Based on the materials, based on the size, blah blah blah. You'd say right around 50.
It's about. I mean, judging by that, and he like goes over to him and he's like, yeah, the stature of it's a different shape because the combination of half elf and kind of, and then just continues rambling on until eventually run about 50 gold.
Okay,
So
I did. I won't take out 50 gold. Make sure you get yourself a chain shirt. You need to take up so many lessons from your mother.
And you probably don't want to die from getting stabbed by us, so.
Yeah, chain shirt will definitely protect you enough. And then maybe when I come back from our visit up north, I'll make sure to stop by and have a word with you. Maybe a squire one day would be easy enough to fulfill.
I would like that very much, cousin.
Oh, by the way, sorry, last thing. In the rebuilding of this place, can you make sure there's a section of privacy for the compatriots of our group and such? For ourselves, in case we need a place to stay.
I mean, we can do our best. I mean,
of course, I'm not
here. Let me, if you would permit me. And he gestures for you to follow him.
All right.
Yeah.
He gives you a tour of this building.
Okay.
And as you go through this building and take a look at it, it was obviously kind of a large warehouse. And you can see, many different areas for, storage of things, maybe offices and stuff. But it is beat up hardcore. I mean, walls knocked down. Structurally, it's surprising that this thing is standing. And it is fairly large. I mean, this is a 2-story structure. And it is beat up. It is old and beat up. And he says, I appreciate the money you have given, cousin. It will do a lot to help the people who live here. Unfortunately, I do not think it is going to be near enough what we need to actually get this building in any kind of truly livable condition and, something
How
that
much do you think?
looks... Oh, boy.
Yeah, how much do you think? Rhogar's opening up his coin.
Yeah,
Jacob kind of puts his hand in front of him to wait for the answer.
Adriana puts her hand on Jonathan's shoulder and says, go talk to the others. See what we can do. Try to rally them to work as best we can with what we have. And so he takes off then. Still with that sword in his hand and, kind of looking at it. Obviously not knowing what to do, but at least he hasn't cut himself yet.
Ah, shit.
But Adriana looks at the both of you and says, you've done more than enough. We will figure it out. The money if I can, instead of using that 50 for a chain shirt, use that towards potential investing in the future of this building, perhaps we can do something about it.
I see.
But it may take time.
Jacob will then... I know you're not... I haven't really given anything, so I feel kind of bad-ish. And he will pull out his... he'll pull out one of his bags. He keeps it all separated throughout his situation, and he pulls out a bag that he keeps at least 100 in.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, all right. This is strictly for funds to the building. This is not to go to anyone else. This is for investing into this building to make it a better upkeep. Trust that you know what to do with this better than I would.
Yes, I will allow Jonathan to lead, as you have dubbed him such. But I shall be his advisor.
Advisor. That's the one.
Guys, Jacob is probably the closest thing to an advisor as I have. And friend.
I'm your advisor?
I'm thinking we might need to come up with like really cool titles.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense, but
Not a visor though. Like first
semantics, we have time.
Yeah.
And when
For
will
you.
you be assuming your original title,
Oh,
nephew?
You know what? I will reach into my bag as I grab my forged documents.
oh,
Yes, even my original Michael Evermore, whatever his name was. Yeah, I'll just quickly, for flavor, I'll cast Green Flame Blade and destroy the papers.
oh.
Today, I think today is the day. If the Kingdom
Well-
of the Cut has a problem with me,
Well then, nephew, in honor of my brother, as you would assume his place, I will refer to you as Duke Silverwater.
There you go. That's official. That's big.
soon to be king, just to let you know. So,
King.
yes,
King of Northcut? You intend to overthrow the king?
actually,
Interesting.
You want to put it into the king of both cuts. I
Really?
think uniting the land as it once was is the true calling in my life.
It's the true
Wait,
way
wait,
of
wait.
putting those places together.
She begins to laugh
Oh,
and laugh, and she looks at you and she says, "You really are a spitting image of my brother. In both look and ambition. You know that was his dream as well."
Dream of many. Spreads from both the north and the south.
well,
Some. Select.
yeah. But it should be whole again.
Yes. Agreed. Enough of this at each other's throats. We are no different from those in the south. They are no different from us. Why should we hate each other because two brothers have a quarrel? It is ridiculous.
It is.
I think the way that's going to get better is having one each to show that it is possible for these two sides to coexist, coat of arms, and rally together as one.
And I see you are already bridging the gap, nephew. I do detect a hint of Southcut accent, do I not? As she looks at you, Jacob.
Yes, that is where I'm originally from.
And you are friends. See? It does work. Now, convince
No,
the
not
people.
That's what you're not here beyond.
Convince the rest of the people. And you
I have
will
a way.
achieve what your father could not.
I have a mission. Maybe that should lighten the skull.
Yes. We
Hmm.
shall fix this.
Do you know any information? You were there during the war for a small amount of time.
Yes, long enough.
Were you ever
I-
in any battles?
Oh no. That was not my place.
Ah, well, that's good.
I took care of my grandfather, or well, I should say my father's estate.
Aye.
Your grandfather, she says, addressing Rhogar. He needed assistance for many years in the latter part of his life.
Aye.
And I had to deal with the politics of everything, especially during the war, which, well, let's just say that there were many that should not have had to fight that did.
Yes, I am very much aware of that.
And this
Do you
goes
know-
for both sides.
Do you know anyone by the name of Diverun?
His name is known well. He
Aye.
was one of the generals of your people, and, well, he caused lots of trouble for those in the north. And
As those in the
unfortunately,
south.
and unfortunately, none of this had to happen.
Well, I think a first start is to rid a general.
Yes.
I have no fear in telling you my intentions. That
Mm.
man is to be dead by my hand.
If you accomplish that, you will have done a very great thing.
Save people from going through what I did. Yeah.
I've heard stories. I do not wish to hear more.
Know anything of the Western family?
Hold on. We'll find out.
It's very small.
Nope.
It's not. Yeah, it's okay. That it's not.
I had to
it's a
roll very
newer-ish-
I had to roll very high in order to
Yeah.
know anything. Did not roll high.
It's a very newer noble family.
Yes.
Technically, like just instated in the South Cut because
Mhm.
most of the noble families were from the North Cut, so they had to bring
Yep.
some from the South. So
Yep.
it's
They were
complicated.
basically appointed.
Yeah.
No, you're noble now. You're noble now. You're noble now.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah, so either way, yeah, I was yep, prisoner of war at one point, so I got to see the North Cut. It looks very nice.
it used to be.
Fair.
Lord willing, it will be nice again someday.
That is the plan. Well,
Roll an insight check, both of you.
Oh,
okay. She's like, I'm gonna murder both of them. I'm actually secretly with him.
Oh no. Huh?
I see dice flying everywhere.
20.
Ooh, dirty 20.
There it
Got that dirty 20.
goes. Ooh.
And a 10. Okay, so Jacob, and I am rolling just to get rid of dice.
Gotcha.
So, Jacob, when, oh, darn it. I did not, there we go, good. Okay. When she kind of goes at that end where she's like, you sense that there is clearly more that she wants to say, but she's not saying.
Jacob will nod. Well, Rhogar,
Yes.
should we head along and continue the attempts for today? Get the things
Oh,
that we need
yeah.
done?
We need to, yes, we must prepare for our trip.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, pardon me, Adriana, or Miss Adriana.
Just- Adriana is fine. And
all
it's
right.
it's Addie to you. And she points to Rhogar.
Yes. Trying
Uh, Is it common for most of your family line to know of Celestial?
Not really.
Right.
I mean, it's not unheard of.
Fair. What I was going to mention is messages will most likely be sent to you, as I can send messages over great distances as long as we are here. In case need be, do you have any languages that I could speak it to? In case I am in a situation to where I cannot speak common.
Oh my. Well, can you speak Sylvan?
Jacob will respond in Sylvan. Just, yes, I can.
Yes. Our mother, your grandmother, indicating Rhogar, insisted your father and I learn Sylvan to be, she puts up the air quotes, more cultured. So
It's a great language.
It's pretentious.
It's archaic in some senses, but yes,
Yes.
pretentious is one way to put it.
So why I couldn't learn it.
I spell things. It's useful. So I will. If it's ever a message in Sylvan, you will still hear it relatively normal, and you can respond in Sylvan, and I will understand. It is most likely in case anything bad is on its way,
Mm-hmm.
or if there's a threat of any type that to let General know. I will speak it in Sylvan.
Okay. I shall keep that in mind. Anyway, thank you again, both of you. You don't know what you really don't know what you have done for this place and how dire it was here before. And she, regardless of any protestations, she throws her arms around you, Rhogar.
Oh.
Squeezes you as tight as she can with her, what limited strength she has.
My
And
little bones.
and whispers in your ear, "It is so good. It is so good to see you again, nephew. It is so good to see you again, nephew. May this be the spark that our family needs." And then she lets go, kind of puts you at arm's length, and just smiles real big, and says, "There's work to be done," and turns on her heel and walks the direction that she had sent Jonathan off to.
You know, it's kind of funny that the name of the kid is Jonathan.
How so?
Well, I wasn't always known as Jacob.
Oh.
It's almost as if that might have been a common name.
I know, it's crazy, huh? Winky dink.
Yeah.
My son Jonathan, then.
So, I mean, you could, but Jacob's preferred. Either way,
Got it. Yes.
so,
We should be off. Wow.
so, Ro.
There's and the others hear about this.
Oh no, don't worry, that's just going to be my thing. I'll probably use it mostly in Celestial. That's why no one understands really what I'm saying, but you'll know.
Alright. And yes, this... Hold on. Yeah, Nightmare would be back to normal size.
It's been way past 10 minutes.
Yes. Nightmare is normal size now.
Alright, so, let's get supplies if we need any.
Supplies.
And I'm going to be looking for some specifics.
Okay.
I have some ideas now.
All right, so you head out to go and look for some supplies and shop and everything, and it is based on everything that has happened, the short little fight and then this discussion and everything. It has been about an hour, so it is brightened up a little bit. It's probably about 7:30, 8 in the morning now. So sun's out. It's still
Guns out.
it's still it's still sun's out, guns out. No, it's still in the eastern horizon, up a little ways, but it is out, and so it is relatively bright outside now. You have plenty of light to work with, and you make your way towards the different shops and things that are available out and about. There are, if you guys move yourselves up this way towards those 3 shops that are near your inn that you were staying in, just so you know, you will find the 3 different shops you are going to find there is, one is a bakery, and it is, just, you can smell it, sitting outside. All sorts of amazing baked goods and stuff going on in there. Another one seems to be kind of a general store, but more focused on adventuring or travel type gear. Hence, it has things like, arrows, crossbow bolts, camping supplies, anything like that. And then the third one is actually a clothiers that has several different, types of cloth itself, like the raw cloth that can be then created into different types of clothes on site for a price and some time, as well as completed outfits and things like that. But that's those 3 shops, but there are also other shops in the city that you can go to based on what you are looking for. These are just some examples of what is out and about.
All right. So, Rhogar, something that we're probably going to need. What Diana has mentioned, at least, of where she's from, it's very cold. So, warm types of clothing is probably going to be the best thing that we're going to need out of this journey. I'm sure most supplies we're relatively stocked with. Maybe a few healing potions just in case.
Very true.
So, I'm going to get myself ordered a trench coat
Wow.
to have over these robes, more or less, to just keep them warm, make sure the cold environment doesn't affect us and hinder us in any way.
Alright, hold on. I'm just putting some lighting in this store here for you. Just because. So that it's not completely freaking dark. Because I forgot to put lighting in there before.
Is there a library in town, by any chance?
There, if you ask around, yes, you would find that there is indeed wouldn't really be called a library. Because there is no rental. It is more, there is a bookstore. But there isn't really a library that allows you to rent books. However, give me an investigation check.
Can do that. Oh boy. One of my worst skills. Whatever shall I do?
Oh, I would help you, but I suck.
Man, a 10 from a natural 1.
Damn.
That sucks.
Okay. You hear about the bookstore.
Gotcha.
That's what you hear about. That there is a bookstore in town. And hold on. There you go, Rhogar.
I've never done it before.
There you go, Rhogar. You got to open a door. Hold on, Rhogar. Hold on. I'm gonna do this just because I can. Because I want to.
I'm gonna be teleported in.
No, hold on.
It's a cow.
Cow?
There, cow got attacked.
Nice.
Good job. Good job.
Yay, cow got attacked. Okay.
Jesus, that poor cow.
All right.
Cow.
I just wanted to do that. Okay.
I was like, yeah, I haven't seen any of these animations in
Yeah.
a while.
Oh yeah, they got some fun ones. They actually added a new one, surprised.
Oh
nice.
yeah, I did that earlier.
Yeah. So now, as you're walking towards these different shops that you're going to look, it is now, like I said, 7:30, 8 in the or 8 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there. There are more people out and about, including you see. I'll say, actually, both you roll perception checks. It's not too hard, but hey, why not?
Blind wizard, here we go.
Yep. Oh, and just a reminder, because I forgot to remind earlier, not that it matters too much, but there are some advantages that are out and about right now.
Okay.
It looks like we've got an advantage for Jacob,
18.
Rhogar, and no, well, technically, and myself. There's some. I got 2. The others don't really matter right now because they are not here.
Goodness, could have used your advantage roll in that charisma save.
Yeah.
18
Alright.
in total.
Yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah, true.
All right.
It's
So
always scaring people.
18 in total. So 15 plus
Plus 3.
3. So 18 in total. Okay. So you got an 18, and what did you get there, Rhogar?
I got a 13.
13. Okay. So both of you do notice. It's not too hard to notice. There seems to be at one of the intersections that you're coming across when you are going to look around at different shops. You actually hear what sounds like a young man shouting out a whole bunch of different things, and he's waving papers in the air. He's like, "Read all about in the town gazette. Everything that's been going on recently. For example," and you hear him shout out, "There's been reported 5 pets missing in the last 7 days.
Not the pets.
There's been there's a shortage of turnips due to the storms flooding the fields." And then you also hear him say, "And hear about the battles breaking out on the border between the cuts."
Uh-oh. They're
and
giving chase fast.
Last
Jacob will walk over.
one. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll follow.
all right, you go over there. You see a young man. Appears to be fairly stocky. Decent beard on him. Relatively deep voice, but definitely young, dwarf-like.
Pardon me, sir.
Standing on a box, by the way.
Yep. Pardon me, sir. As you can see, I can't necessarily read the news too much. What was the last part about there? The war on the borders to the cuts. The little battle.
For 2 silver, you can have yourself a copy of the Gazette and read all about it.
I can't read it, sir.
For 2 silver, I'll give you a copy and I'll read it to you for another silver.
I could just read it. I know how to read.
I mean, that's fair. I just didn't want to give him money.
I don't either. It's okay. I will take out a gold. You just hand him a gold.
You hand him a gold?
A piece of gold, yeah.
He
Rhogar's
he
social
gives
money.
he gives you He gives you 5 copies and says,
No, I don't want that many.
"There you go."
Okay. Why did he give
He
me
says,
so many?
"Thank you. You're helping me quota."
You're welcome.
Sooner
Now,
I
are you
get.
gonna read this, or...
Do you want me to read it?
Yes, I can't not read it.
We did pay you heftily.
Fine. He pulls it up and he reads it. He says, "Breaking news. Found out yesterday via message. Apparently, some instigator from the north, some warrior knight, and his companions lit the city of Paneum on fire,
Oh, no.
which has caused the south to retaliate against the north. Fighting has broken out. It is expected all-out war soon. Oxspire is planning to refortify the garrison at Fort Thunderwall
Uh-oh.
with an additional 200 personnel in addition to its normal complement to ensure that no disputes break out over the border. Citizens, beware. A levy may be imposed to support this effort. However, freedoms will not be affected, and life shall continue as normal. We do not expect war to encroach on our territory."
So, that fort thing, that's the one... Is that the one that's, like, nearby the harbor here? The one that's
Well,
kind of, like, close by?
Yes,
Yeah.
Fort Thunderwall is just to the west, about a day and a half.
I see. And they're sending men, 200 men there. Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay.
Yes. I think that should bring. I mean, it's a little overstuffed from what I heard. I mean, normally they have no more than 300 there. But that'll bring it up to 500. That's a little bit stuffed. I don't know where they're gonna put all the extras, but that ain't my concern, sir.
That's true. Oh.
Well, thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you have fun. Here's your papers back. I don't
really want them.
I guess I'll use them
You
as
can
kindling
resell 'em.
in my
Yeah,
fire.
there you go.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a really good idea.
Yep, see, make more money. Work harder, work smarter, not harder. And he walks away.
Jacob, we have a problem.
We have a big problem.
What did we do?
They think that, oh god. Did you say anything about where you're from?
Not to my knowledge. I know.
Arena.
What happened in the arena?
Oh no, I did. Well, I didn't use my name. I did say that. I did use my accent.
Oh, did you say... Oh, goodness. Did the sword come from the arena?
Yeah, that's where my dad's sword was. Yep.
Oh,
Man,
boy.
this is-
So...
Well, looks
So
like.
what we're hearing is... They're gonna learn about 2 new things. They're gonna learn about... potential warring parts going towards the border, the actual border. And then they're gonna learn about the not need of 500 people being put in certain places because there's only going to be 200.
Yeah, I mean that is quite good for them. There's a little bit more room.
I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the
I
day,
mean, right side,
do
I guess,
feel
yeah.
like, the cut should own that.
Well, we're not going to go into politics that far, Rhogar. We're worrying about getting the territories that they own currently.
Yeah, true. Well,
Don't
I
need to
guess.
worry about expansions yet.
Yeah. Well, hopefully after we handle Diana's mother thing, we come back and maybe everything's all fine. If not, I guess we need to start preparing our own war.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, I have at least two members outside of a group of people, and a group of people. So I don't know how they're gonna work. You still may need to do that one thing for Zeroth to make sure that they could help, but we shall see.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we definitely cannot call upon our quote-unquote newest recruits. They are not fit for
No, goodness, no. We do not need to send those men to fight. Maybe your cousin, but he's not even ready yet.
You need to send them to the breadline first so they can get some food. I mean,
Yeah.
they're malnourished.
We're not trying to play a game of chess here. We're not sending our pawns in to die.
Yes, I would never. I really should have told them about Tenebris.
we could do that.
On the
later.
way back, yeah.
But we have time. Ish. Maybe.
Yeah. Now there's a lot. We've caused a lot of world issues.
Maybe. I mean, we didn't destroy the Dwarven city at least.
Wait a minute. You mean our actions actually have consequences in the world?
Man, I would have never guessed that a demon would cause consequences in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, Rhogar didn't know about the whole, there's a demon contract before the battle.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Well, I kind of had a feeling, but I didn't have proof.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We all know that we're on the timer, so yada yada yada. We need to get to the place as soon as we can.
Yeah. So, Diana kills her mom. Sure, that'll go over smoothly with the people.
Probably.
Do you know Diana's well liked by her people?
We have.
Oh
no
my
clue.
gosh.
I don't
Am
think
I
she's
well
been there.
Ah, well. Okay, so we need to get clothes, food. We need to find a boat eventually.
Oh yes.
And then we need to know how much food we get, so we can skip the food.
Right. I say clothing for now. Then we can head over to the dock and see what we can do there.
Yeah. All right.
I have no idea where we're going, except northward. Would Jacob know where this kingdom would be?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
Definitely. I can't even name the place where she's from.
Come on, dice. 12 in total.
Okay. You are not sure exactly. You
Jeez.
can, if you really want to know, you can use advantage, your advantage that you have, and try
No, it's
again. Okay.
fine. We'll keep that.
Keep her. Wait, I have 2 advantages.
So,
Mhm.
Jacob, Well, the most that we can do is at least say, hey, we need a boat. We're not sure exactly where we're going yet, but we will need it. So we can basically, I guess, put a down payment or something to be like, hey, stay here, don't go out today.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'll be quite easy.
Okay.
I can be persuasive.
So where are you going first?
I would assume the clothing store since it's right here.
All right. So Rhogar is actually in there.
Run, run, run.
So you enter this clothing store, and you see that, I mean, they've got a pretty wide variety of pre-made clothing outfits that seem to be set up on like mannequins and stuff like that. They also have bolts of different types of cloths, and some are very fine like silk. Some seem to be a little more rough like a cotton or maybe even a hemp. And then there are also a few different types of furs and things like that.
Gotcha.
So you've got a decent selection to choose from. And behind the counter, actually sitting in a chair, working on what seems to be some weird contraption that they have this like giant metal pedal on the ground that they seem to be working with their foot that seems to be doing something to this weird machine thing on top is a gnome that seems to be going to town on this thing, and it's doing something with cloth that they seem to be running through it and looking like somehow it is stitching them together without having to do it by hand.
Magic!
Witchcraft! Jacob, do you want to speak? Do I?
I can speak. Jacob, it just hit me. How cold is it up there?
That's a good question.
Give me a history check.
You got
This one's easy.
You say
This
that,
one's-
you're gonna get a 10 now.
Well, this one's an easy one to know based on just basic geography.
Oh no, it's fine. Natural 20 for 29.
Oh yeah. You know that
Okay.
you're not sure exactly where her kingdom is, but you know that if you are going across the sea to the northern continents, the land masses that are up there, that they typically, their summers are almost as cold as the winters here. The winters here are kind of mild, but
Oh,
they are, their summers are mild, and then their winters get freaking cold, especially the further north you go, because you start to get up into the mountains more. And then
What season is it currently?
right now you are actually moving into fall.
Oh boy. It's going to be very cold. Like how our winters feel here is their summer,
Oh, great.
and it's
yeah.
going into fall, so relatively cold.
I'm sure I can get my armor fitted with things.
I mean, just have like a fur thing over it or under it. I'm not sure how that would work.
I do wear clothes underneath my armor, so yeah, I could get fur clothes. I'm going to probably. Well, I guess I won't sweat since it's so cold up there.
That's true.
So yeah, I will turn to the
Well, let me put it this way to put it in a more real world example so you can kind of understand. Their summer is, or their summer is Florida winter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then their winter is Canadian winter.
I figured.
Pretty cold.
Yeah, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Canadian winter. You know,
I did live in Wisconsin for a little.
I freaking grew up in northern Minnesota, man.
It's fucking cold.
If you have never experienced schools closing because it was 70 below with wind chill, which means that if you are outside exposed or outside for more than a couple minutes and you have exposed skin, any skin that is exposed for more than a couple minutes will get frostbite guaranteed. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that 3 times that happened. That's it. That's bad.
The fact that it happened 3 times is crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
In 20 years, that happened 3 times that I dealt with, and I was like, holy
Goodness.
shit. Yeah.
All right, well that makes sense. So
Well, time to get a lot.
bundle.
Yes.
Yep.
I will wrap myself in a blanket.
All right, so what are you guys looking for specifically?
I guess Jacob would look for, I guess for his, since he already has his robes, look for some underclothing that will just make him warmer, and then for his face and such, he's looking to get this the cloth that would the one that's already over his eyes is there, but have like it covering up his mouth and nose as well to try to keep that warm.
Okay, I'm just checking here. Come on now. Show me what I want already.
No. Do you think Eurydice would want anything? And if anything, what specifically?
That's what I wanted to see. Okay. So you're looking for like cold weather gear and stuff like that, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So cold weather clothing. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Cold weather clothing is going to run you, as you try to find it, is going to run you about 10 gold pieces per set. So for your entire party, you're looking at about 50 gold.
That's fine.
To get that. And it's about 5 pounds worth of shit per. So that's like 25 pounds worth of clothing. Because you're looking at fur-lined boots, nice big fur jackets.
From there, so she should be fine, right?
I think so.
Theoretically.
Yes, and I do remember Xerath talking about cold climates don't affect him as much.
Right, so then it's just you, me, and Eurydice that would realistically need something.
Yes. I guess if we're wrong, they can always run over here and buy some.
True, we don't, we still have time. Ish. So yeah, just 3 sets should be fine.
Okay.
Jacob will put 15 gold in for that.
Oh, yes, I shall also place 15 gold.
Oh, but what are you placing 15 gold in for?
Wait, I thought it was 10 gold a piece.
Yep.
It's 5 gold apiece.
Nope,
it's
10
gold apiece?
10 gold apiece,
Ah.
5 pounds apiece.
Alright, then
Well,
15, 15.
Yeah, split it equally.
There we go.
All right, so yep, you guys
Cut rose.
managed to purchase 3 whole sets of cold weather clothing, and so you guys feel like, okay, yeah, we've got this covered now, and you head out of there. Where to next?
To the docks, I guess.
I would assume so, yeah. That would be the best bet.
Okay. As you make your way to the docks, it's a fairly nice stroll. It's starting to get a little bit later. It's creeping up on noon. Not quite noon yet, but it's creeping up on it. And you finally get to the docks. And as you get there, you see there are quite a few boats that are in port at this time. There is definitely a lot of activity going on right now, being that it is near noon, where you've got cargo seeming to be loaded on some ships, unloaded off others, people moving all over the place. It's kind of a controlled chaos that you're seeing at the docks.
Is there if it's a controlled chaos, is there like someone who like stands out as like a
Captain?
not really a captain, like I was
Boatswain?
walking with someone who like knows where all the boats are and who the boat belongs to. I'm sure there's like some sort of track record.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
That's someone
perception
we know.
checks.
Oh, Jacob, help. Do your thing.
It's okay.
You're good at seeing, right?
Kinda. Yeah. I
Albeit
do
this
have
is...
advantage every roll.
I don't think I've got this on here. Nope.
Oh,
I don't. Okay.
a natural 20 for me.
Well, dirty 20, you mean?
Oh yeah, dirty 20, unnatural. Oh, you probably didn't hear the un.
Yeah, okay. And then a 5 for Jacob. Okay.
Well,
That's your first
yeah.
roll.
God,
If you get a 5
yeah.
again, I will laugh.
I would laugh to. Indeed, DeBiana got a 5, but there we go, 16.
Okay, 16. You both notice there does seem to be a central figure that is standing up on a kind of a platform that some
yeah.
people are coming to them, and they seem to be directing things. They've got what looks like a ream of paper in their hands that they're flipping through, and they are pointing to things. They're shouting at people, and you would know that obviously that is the harbor master.
There we go. That's what it's
That's
called.
what you were looking for. And so, yeah, you see where he is located, and he's got lots of activity around him. As you know, there seem to be people of, you know, higher rank in this crazy structure of whatever's going on that are dealing with him, and then disseminating orders around to those of lower stature or lower job title or whatever that are going about the busy work of unloading, loading, moving things about, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess we're walking right up to him.
Okay. So you get up there, and what you see as you get closer is you notice the harbor master seems to be a half-orc who is very boisterous, very loud, and very clear in his instruction. This half-orc seems to be very much in charge and on the ball with things. Not your typical half-orc. In fact, you wager this one's pretty damn intelligent. Because as you're watching him directing things, he seems to know everything that is going on. Every little detail. And it's almost like he's conducting an orchestra. It just seems to flow. And it's kind of impressive.
I'm impressed.
All right.
So what do you do?
Yeah, I will shout towards the harbor master. Probably gonna need to do a little bit more to get his attention. Mage here?
touch his shoulder. Hey.
Hey, sir. Yeah, what? Well, that's a little. I'll try to get as close as I can.
Okay. So you're kind of wading through. There's about like 10, 12 other people that are kind of gathered around the platform that he is standing on and directing things. And as you kind of work your way among this small crowd towards right up towards the platform.
Pardon me, sorry. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. You hear him going, you there, Captain of the Squalid Wench. 20 barrels of mead from Warehouse C. You also must pick up 30 casks of ale from Warehouse F. Go, now! And he continues to bark orders and point out, to different captains.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Sir, we're looking for a ship to the north.
So you shout out, give me a persuasion check.
Sir, give us a fucking good boat.
Better give us a boat.
Better be up. Where'd it go? Come back.
Better be a brigand.
17. Okay.
Oh, wow, there it is.
All right.
I didn't even see it.
Okay, 17.
Brig or
So-
nothing else.
I need a warship.
All right. Good deal. So, you said you need a ship to the north. All right. So, when you say that, you see him quickly rifle through some papers, and he says, "Go talk to." Flips through a few more papers. No, not them.
Damn. Okay.
No. Here. Go talk to the captain of the Horned Serpent. Pier 3.
Horned serpent. Hmm.
And he kind of points off to his left, and you look down, and you see, I mean, you can kind of tell as you're looking around. Each one, this is actually a very busy port. But again, this half-orc seems to really be good at his job. He's got things just humming. There seems to be each dock, each pier coming out of the harbor is labeled. And as you're walking past, you can see, okay, right where he's standing on his platform in front of Pier 6, and there are additional piers going off to the east and then to the west. And to the west, they are going down in number. To the east, they are going up. And as you continue down a few more, you see one of the piers says Pier 3, and off of that, you have docks coming off of that with different berths for different ships.
This is huge.
Oh yeah, this is a very busy port. This town is all about trade.
Well,
all right. The horned
serpent.
Interesting name.
Jacob will, as they're walking the pathway he told us to go, be searching for a boat that looks like something with a horned serpent on it.
Yeah, I'll look for a name or someone shouting horned serpent.
So you're just looking for the name, or you're looking for someone?
I'll shout it as well. Say, the horned serpent, where is she?
Okay, so as you're walking along, you're seeing lots of what you assume as just low-level deckhands are kind of moving up and down this pier, moving cargo back and forth. And as you're shouting horned serpent, eventually one of them is just like, shut up! It's down there, berth 12.
Thanks.
Excuse me, sorry. Pardon me. Pardon.
Jacob,
Sorry.
when we come back, I'm going to kill that guy.
No, we're not. No, we don't need to kill him. We can just send him into another dimension, and
Oh yeah, that was quite funny, I have to say.
Yeah, it's really effective when you want to get people to listen.
So you make your way down. Again, each of the berths is numbered very well. And you find yourself at berth 12, which happens to be the last one, the farthest away. So it is.
Great.
It is right at the end of this pier. So it is basically the closest to open ocean.
That's nice.
And what you see is a fairly large ship. This, if you
break
yeah,
size or
yeah, well, if you wanted to look at ship size, there's galleon.
Mm-hmm.
Then underneath that is brigantine.
Mm-hmm.
And then caravel.
Mm-hmm.
And then underneath that, you're looking at like frigate and like sloop underneath that. I mean,
the smaller boats.
Yeah, the smaller boats. But basically, like a galleon is fucking big.
Huge.
Is fucking big.
Huge.
This is not quite that big. This is more along the one step below it, like a brigantine.
Yeah.
It's got
brig or nothing.
Yeah, it's got lots of cannons bristling from the sides, but nowhere near like it's not a man of war ship. And that is obvious. This is a merchant ship, and it is armed to defend itself. It is not armed for war. It is just armed to say "fuck you, pirates." But it is a pretty darn big ship. It is got lots of space, so you can imagine that the cargo that they are running, they're moving a lot of goods at once. So, when you start approaching this ship, you see the deck ramps going up to the actual deck level of the ship are quite high angles because it is a big ship. And you work your way up there to the main deck of the ship. Again, deckhands are bustling all over the place, moving cargo. Some of them are actually swabbing the deck right now. Others seem to be, slightly higher up, directing the activities that are occurring. You don't necessarily see a captain out and about right now, directing things. You do see someone directing things. You're not sure if that's a captain. It could be. But, there's a lot going on. So it's a little bit of confusion. This is not something... You've been on ships before, but nothing like this. This is a big ship. This is a lot of activity, a lot of people.
Excuse me, pardon me, sorry. As they're getting their way over towards the guy who seems to be running everything around.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sir. We were looking for... Well...
Don't call me sir! I work for a living!
Okay.
What?
I said,
right.
Don't call me sir! I work for a living!
Okay, I work for a living. We need a boat. Yeah. How you like that?
Good for you!
No, we need your boat. Damn.
This ain't a boat, this is a ship!
Yeah, it's a ship.
I don't know.
Fairly...
Filthy
Very nice.
landlubber.
So, you just... Okay, so we heard that you're also heading off to the north. We were wondering if we could get passage.
You need to speak to the captain.
All right, where can I find him?
Or her.
Them.
He gives a kind of a gesture of a thumb back towards behind him. Right now, right now, what you see is because when you entered the ship, you went onto the main deck. This person was up one level towards the aft of the ship on a deck that housed the actual helm of the ship and could oversee everything. And then there was one level above that, and what he gives you the thumb back towards is in that level there's a door. So it's on the same level that you're currently on, but under that additional floor, it's inside there. There's a door that's fairly ornate. It looks like it's obviously... That's probably where the captain would be, because that's an ornate door in what looks like a spacious area. Okay, makes sense. And he's like, back there.
All right, thank you, person. But what would you like me to call you?
Yeah.
First mate.
Ah, first mate. Got it.
I feel like Galder would know a first name.
Galder probably would. All right.
He did work on the ship.
Thank you, first
Yep.
mate. And he goes towards the captain door to knock.
Okay. So you knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
You hear, enter.
All right. Jacob walks in.
I opened door for Jacob. You're blind.
Thank you.
I would never say that. You're welcome.
Pardon. Oh goodness, I can't say so, otherwise it will get pissed. Pardon me,
Pardon,
Captain.
Yeah.
So, as you open the door and walk in, what you see is a fairly spacious room.
Oh shit.
And off to the left and to the right, it seems to be separated out with individual doors to other spaces. But this room seems to have a very large table towards the back or aft of the ship. There is some comfortable furniture, looks like some seating and things like that. almost like that table itself is a desk, but it's
Mm.
not a desk. It's like it could be used as a dining table, but also could be used as an office desk when needed. And it looks like that's kind of what it's being used for right now. As you see a fairly large, ornate-looking chair on the other side of it. Almost as it is very ostentatious, almost as if it's more of a statement than just a simple chair. It's like, this is fucking my chair, bitch. You know, that's kind of what it's saying. It's like, I'm the captain, I get the cool fucking chair. And
Jokes on you, I can just make a cool chair.
yeah, and sitting in this chair, you see a very attractive young female elf.
Uh-oh.
Well.
Predator's weak spot.
Uh-oh. You
And
already have one. You can't get another one.
give me an insight check. Actually, give me perception checks. Yeah, just perception. We'll go with that.
All right.
It's like so much better.
Perception.
Yeet.
Honestly, would come
Not
on.
bad. Not bad.
Go. First one, go.
Fucking Rhogar would notice an elf.
Of course, my first ones are always shit.
Damn. Rhogar and Gouts are both like elves.
Yep.
That's my thing.
Second one, go. 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 There we go.
Oh, it really went.
15.
Yeah, alright. You didn't notice it, Jacob, but Rhogar, you did. This elf has lavender eyes. Something that you have only seen or heard of in Drow. Yet they do not have the silver hair or the dark skin of a Drow. But you figure, maybe this elf is mixed. Maybe there's some Drow heritage. But she is gorgeous. As she sits there in her chair, she almost looks tiny in this chair. Because it is
Makes sense.
it is huge and ostentatious, like I said. But she almost looks tiny sitting in this chair. And she has this golden hair that is flowing down back over her shoulders and wrapped up in a ponytail that you're not sure exactly.
Ponytail people.
Yeah, you're not sure exactly how long it is because it's behind her back. But it's kind of, you can tell it's long hair. You're just not sure how long. Her skin is actually a fairly nice tan color, like a deep tan. And then Rhogar, like I said, you noticed her lavender eyes. And she sits there dressed in very colorful black and red leather armor and seeming to be working on some papers. And she says, "What is it you want?"
Oh, apologies.
Yes.
We heard that you were going northward, and we were looking to see if we could potentially hitch a ride, gain a ride.
Yes. Seek passage.
There we go. That's the word. Sorry.
Just you two?
Well,
Oh no.
we have 3 more.
Hmm.
And
And a dog.
a dog.
2
and
dogs.
2 dogs. Yeah, and then
An owl.
Okay, how many animals total?
3.
I mean they can.
And then
eat.
5. 5 and 3 animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of accommodations are you looking for? As she finally looks up at you guys and smiles.
Oh, don't. Oh no.
Hurt.
Womanly gaze. Help me, Rhogar. Ah!
Oh, calm down. What accommodations? We just need. Well, one of us. She's a little angry. I think I didn't really catch the vibe. I don't think she wants to be near me. I don't know
Most
why.
likely 2 separate sections, if possible.
Yeah. A boys' room and a girls' room. And the
So-
animals will sleep somewhere in between.
So you want combined cabins, not individual.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
Hmm.
That should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that be complicated?
Both of you give
Should be
me
fine.
wisdom saves.
Uh-oh.
Oh, don't forget +5, man.
Mhm.
Is this for anything in particular?
You'll find out.
She about to incite greed on us? Oh wow, 15. That's the first.
7.
Okay.
Natural
Wait,
one.
you got a +5 from me.
All right.
Mhm.
Well then,
So 12.
12.
Okay, so both of you feel that this woman is very accommodating, and you consider her a friend, and she wouldn't screw you over.
Dude, this charm person us. Even worse.
And she says, "So, you sure you don't want individual accommodations? It's a little bit more expensive, but I assure you, the price is worth it. It is a much better experience for people of your caliber."
I mean, I don't see why not. We did suggest, also maybe getting our own rooms. Do our animals need to get their own rooms?
No, they do
Obviously,
not.
that's
They do
fine.
not need.
Nightmare
own
might need
rooms.
Their own room.
I mean,
It's
if you
wild.
if you would prefer, we can provide that. Of course, additional cost, but
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a trivial matter. I mean, not much at all. Only 5 gold per person for in individual rooms, of course, per day.
I mean, that
sounds pretty
reasonable. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. It's not too bad.
Just
And
hit me
now,
with
if you-
counterspell her.
If you want, well, you'd have to do that when it's cast.
Yeah, it just hit me now.
Yeah. Now, I mean, of course, you could, if you wanted individual rooms for, individual space for the pets, we could work something out for that. For all 3, I would not want to overcharge you, so 5 gold per day for all 3 of them total. So that would be all. Nothing too harsh.
Well, I can only speak on behalf of my pet. I'm sure Eurydice would want her. What does she call it?
Daydream, I believe, is the
Well,
name.
yeah, I know the dog's name, but it's her helper or something. I don't remember. I didn't pay attention.
It's oh goodness, it's like a helping dog.
Oh,
kinda-
it's like Krim. Yes, they both have helping animals.
Oh goodness.
Is that wrong? I'm
Well,
sorry.
it
I mean,
can.
that's fair.
They can stay in your room with you. I just, if you would like special treatment for them, of course.
Nightmare, do you want special treatment?
Lord.
So it is entirely up to you.
Is there like a like and Jacob's just kind of like, in a way flustered.
Ooh. Okay. So, roll insight checks if you so desire.
Okay.
Now, this is a reminder for you guys, because she is telling you, different things. It's a reminder for you guys from, in the future, you will have to ask for insight checks. I'm not just going to give them to you.
Oh, yeah. I'm not used to deans being so nice.
I can't help it. I'm just a nice guy.
I forgot what I had.
Okay.
It's 7.
Well, you can click on the session history to see.
I just found it.
Yeah, okay.
13.
So,
7.
yeah, you both feel like special treatment for the animals sounds like a great idea.
Yeah,
I mean, she wouldn't screw you over at all. It all sounds great.
All right. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Is there? Again, like I said, Jacob is flustered in his own way. Not used to speaking to a lot of attractive people too often, and being charmed. Is there a library type thing? Is there a place that I could go and read comfortably without any worries?
Well, if you are getting your private quarters, of course you can read in there. We do not have a library on board. I mean, this is a ship. This is not a city. This is not a research facility. But
I mean, I figured as much.
But yes, you can read in your own quarters, and you can bring whatever it is you wish. However, one word of caution: we do not allow any contraband, illegal substances, and the like on my ship. So you must declare and have your possessions reviewed before you are allowed to bring them on board. Just as a precaution so that I do not get in trouble with the law.
Oh, of course, we wouldn't want you to get in trouble.
No.
Yes, I just burned all my illegal documents.
Ah, excellent.
I regret it in a sense, but it's okay. Time to live up to my name.
So, do we have an accord?
How many days will it take, by the way?
Yeah, how many days until
to
we
get
go?
to the north? Oh, my. To Enethir is typically a 3-month journey.
Oh, by the way, do these rooms come with food? Or is that a separate charge?
Oh,
as
no,
well?
no. That, of course that is included.
Oh, good. I mean, the only thing that I could think, which I don't mind, us putting down like a down payment, of course, but we actually have to ask the girl where the exact location is that we would need.
That is not a problem. However, do we have an accord? If so, I will need you to put your down payment and sign the contract.
Okay.
Could Jacob make an insight check
Yeah, go ahead.
on the hastiness of having that signed?
Yeah, go ahead.
That seems off to him.
Okay.
Even as friends, pushing for something like that is a little strange.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if Rhogar would. I mean, Rhogar's broken deals
8.
before.
Okay.
It's normal.
Yep. As far as you can tell, she's just trying to get business done, and obviously she's got other things to deal with.
Fair enough. Well, I don't know if I can sign for everyone, but I can sign for my position.
Yes.
Well,
I
it
know.
is a contract, so it is, so the full amount, whoever signs, is responsible for the full amount, accepting the terms of the agreement, which is standard, of course.
Oh, right, of course.
So she signs her name, turns the piece of parchment with the contract on it, spins it around to you, hands you a quill, and slides the jar of ink in your direction.
All right.
Oh, by the way, what was the down payment? You actually never said that.
Ah, excellent question. Yes, I would ask for 1 month in advance.
1 month in advance. Okay.
5 gold a day.
Jacob, doing the calculations, what would that run to be?
Well, that would be 1,800 gold.
I shouldn't have given away almost a lot of gold.
All right. Now, is the down payment needed to be brought in by?
Each person?
No, the down
It's just one
payment.
person.
The down payment is required prior to departure.
Okay. That's good. So knowing that there's time beforehand.
Yes.
When is departure, by the way?
Yeah.
We leave tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow
Oh.
morning. Right. Ian, how much time has passed?
You are at noon, basically.
Okay. I hate to be a pain.
We don't really have the money for that, I don't think.
Yes, we would have to actually go get the person who could come up with the funds, and she.
That is fine, as long as you arrive on ship in the morning when we get ready to depart, and you have your down payment, then you may board, and all is well.
Oh. Okay. Well, if we don't have to drop the payment right now, then.
Oh, no. As long as we have it before we push off, you are
Alright.
welcome on the journey.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. Well,
Rhogar grabs the quill. Can he actually look at her name?
Yes. You see it says Captain Hannah Rex.
REX,
Yes.
and then standard spelling of Hannah.
Depends on what you consider standard.
I guess the fucking one word is HANNAH, right?
Yep. Same backwards as forwards.
Yep. Don't remember what that word is called that means that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Rhogar will. He'll remember the name,
Okay.
and then he will go to sign. At first, he goes to write, like he pushes the tip down. He's like, Mike. He's like, no, we're not using that anymore. Rhogar Silverwater.
Okay. All right. She takes a look at it, kind of shakes the paper a little bit, blows on it to make sure the ink's dried on all the signatures, rolls it, puts a seal on it and ties it with a ribbon, and sticks it in a little. It's kind of like a scroll case cubby where you've got like rolled, scrolls of paper. So these are obviously how she organizes things. So she sticks it in there, in one of the empty slots, and she says, "Welcome aboard. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning."
Yes, I cannot wait to see everyone again.
Yes, me as well.
All right. And that is where we end tonight, especially since we are like almost half an hour and over, and My bladder is about to burst.
Uh,
All right, so thank you everyone for joining us. All two of you watching, appreciate you guys for sticking with us. Yep, I know, kind of an odd stream. You know, we've got tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I wasn't expecting a ton of people. So I appreciate everyone who came, and I appreciate my two players who showed up for some fun tonight.
woo!
I had a good time. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty fun. So just a reminder, tomorrow night, because it's Thanksgiving, there will be no collaborative build stream tomorrow. However, I'm going to be checking with Klein. Oh, thank you, Golden Glow. I'm going to be checking with my friend Klein NF and Danelle. We may be doing a kind of a special, just for fun, collaborative build stream episode on Friday for like, you know, a couple hours or something, just for fun. But I'll put that out on our Discord and on our social medias, whether or not we're going to do that. But other than that, we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for our next episode of The Blackest Heart. Bye, everyone.